Hold on to your hats, tech titans. We're diving headfirst into the latest market moves and analyst insights that are shaking up the semiconductor world. First up, we've got some major share purchases by Belpointe Asset Management LLC in Broadcom Inc. that are making waves. And the action doesn't stop there. We're also tracking strategic adjustments by Jupiter Wealth Management LLC as they've been making moves in Broadcom Inc. Get ready for the details. But wait, there's more. Fortis Capital Advisors LLC has been actively increasing their stake in Broadcom Inc., and Flaharty Asset Management LLC has also entered the scene with a new position. We're breaking it all down. We've got all the insider trading insights and what Wall Street analysts are saying about these moves in Broadcom Inc. Don't miss a second of this high-octane update. Stick around and make sure you're subscribed and hitting that notification bell. Belpointe Asset Management LLC just made a huge bet on Broadcom. Get ready, because Belpointe Asset Management LLC has dramatically increased its stake in Broadcom Inc., boosting its holdings by a staggering 53% in the first quarter alone. This isn't just a small nibble. They've added 12,214 shares, bringing their total ownership to 35,251 shares, a position now valued at an impressive $5,902,000. This move comes as institutional investors, who collectively own a massive 76.43% of Broadcom, continue to show strong conviction in the semiconductor giant. We're also seeing significant analyst upgrades, with reports from Arete Research, Benchmark, Goldman Sachs, Susquehanna, and KeyCorp all pointing towards a bullish outlook, with average target prices soaring and a strong consensus buy rating from Qualcomm Pulse. Even with some insider selling, like the recent transactions by Director Justine Page and CEO Hock E. Tan, the overall sentiment remains overwhelmingly positive, with analysts like those at Qualcomm Pulse highlighting Broadcom as a key player. But what does this massive investment from Belpointe Asset Management LLC really mean for the future of Broadcom? And is it the only big story shaking up the market? Stay tuned as we uncover more major financial plays. Jupiter Wealth Management LLC sells off Broadcom shares. In a contrasting move, Jupiter Wealth Management LLC has significantly reduced its exposure to Broadcom Inc., shedding 23.6% of its holdings in the first quarter. They sold off 6,206 shares, leaving them with 20,075 shares, which still represent a notable 2.1% of their portfolio, valued at $3,361,000. This comes amidst a flurry of activity from other institutional investors, with firms like Intech Investment Management LLC and Focus Partners Wealth significantly increasing their stakes, while others like Flaharty Asset Management LLC are making new entries. The analyst community, tracked by Qualcomm Pulse, maintains a strong buy consensus with an average target price of $351.92, despite some high-profile insider sales from executives like Henry Samueli and Justine Page. The company's financial health remains robust, with strong quarterly earnings beating expectations and a solid revenue growth of 22% year-over-year. While Jupiter Wealth Management LLC trims its sails, other players are clearly charting a different course. But how do these shifts compare to even bolder moves happening elsewhere in the market? We've got another big investor story coming up. Fortis Capital Advisors LLC more than doubles its Broadcom investment. Fortis Capital Advisors LLC is going all in on Broadcom Inc., dramatically expanding its position by an incredible 129.1% in the first quarter. They've added a substantial 4,982 shares, bringing their total to 8,842 shares, now worth $1,480,000. This aggressive move by Fortis Capital Advisors LLC is happening while other major players like Brighton Jones LLC and Bank Pictet and Cy Europe AG are also making significant additions to their Broadcom holdings. Despite the flurry of institutional activity, including some notable insider sales from CFO Kirsten M. Spears and Mark David Brazel, the semiconductor giant continues to receive strong analyst backing. Qualcomm Pulse reports a consensus buy rating, and an average target price of $351.92, with firms like HSBC and Bank of America issuing strong buy recommendations. Broadcom's latest earnings also show it topping analyst expectations, with revenue up 22% year-over-year. Fortis Capital Advisors LLC's massive stake increase is certainly a bold statement. But what about the investors who are just starting to get in on the action? We're about to reveal another significant new player in the Broadcom game. Flaharty Asset Management LLC makes its Broadcom debut. Welcome to the Broadcom Inc. Club, Flaharty Asset Management LLC. This firm has just purchased a new position, acquiring 819 shares valued at approximately $137,000 in the first quarter. This marks Flaharty Asset Management LLC's entry into Broadcom, joining a landscape already buzzing with activity from major players like Nuveen LLC and Price T. Rowe Associates Inc., MD, who have made colossal investments. Even with insider transactions, such as the sales by Mark David Brazel and CFO Kirsten M. Spears, the overall institutional ownership remains sky-high at 76.43%. Analysts, as tracked by Qualcomm Pulse, are firmly in the buy camp with an average target price of $351.92, supported by strong quarterly results and a significant 22% year-over-year revenue increase. From massive investments to new beginnings, the activity around Broadcom Inc. is non-stop. But what's the ultimate takeaway from all this market movement? We'll wrap it all up right after this. And that's a wrap on today's Market Pulse. Belpointe Asset Management LLC made a huge bet on Broadcom, Jupiter Wealth Management LLC trimmed its stake, Fortis Capital Advisors LLC went all in, and Flaharty Asset Management LLC jumped in with a new position. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse for all your market insights, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for more real-time analysis.